Hello and welcome back again to BUZZ Expo China Summit. My name is Wolfgang Georg Alt. I'm the China Summit Ambassador and the CEO of COTRI, China Outbound Tourism Research Institute. And in the following session, I have the big pleasure to welcome Rebekka Baer from Planet. So she is the head of business development and has been very active in supporting retailers and also attractions, hotels, and so on, especially in the last few months in value-added refund, but also in mobile payment organization. And so this is, of course, a topic which is very, very important. Those who had the chance to listen to Anita Chan's presentation have heard that China is almost a cashless society. So if there's one thing you have to take care of, it is mobile payment. And of course, VAT refunding is also very, very important for Chinese customers. So Planet is the leading company in this field. And so we are very happy to have you, Rebekka, here today. You're coming to us from Munich, I suppose. And so
That's right.
we will enjoy your presentation, I'm sure. So with this, handing over to you, go ahead.
So yes, thanks a lot, Wolfgang, for the very kind introduction. And hello, everybody out there. Dajahao. It's correct, as Wolfgang said, I'm talking to you from Planet Office in Munich today, and I am very, very happy and excited to have the chance to talk to you about today's digital traveler journey. Wolfgang already introduced me. My name is Rebekka Baer. I work for Planet. Planet is one of the leading digital payment services provider. And yes, in my role, I advise international businesses on how to attract, sell, and serve to international tourists, and especially also to tourists coming from China. So I have prepared a small presentation for you, and I will go ahead and share my screen so that everyone can follow me where I am. So yes, actually, there might have never been as many ways to engage with Chinese tourists than today, and yet I would say it has hardly ever been more difficult. Previous tourist generations from China did not have the level of information about their travel destination or even the access to this information than current and future generations do. And before you ask the picture on the left side, I receive a lot of questions about that. That is actually the first tour group visiting Europe from Guangzhou in the year 2002, provided to me by a very good tour guide friend of mine. So in the past, Chinese tourists were actually highly reliable on the guidance of the tour operator or the tour guide, telling them where to go, where to sleep, where to eat, where to buy, and what to do. Today, things are different. More than 50% of China's population is having access to the internet. Small side note, by now this is more than 900 million people. And there's a huge amount of information available on social media, on dedicated sites, and also on the TV. At the same time, Chinese tourists' expectations and needs have evolved rapidly, with a growing demand for high service levels and unique and unforgettable experiences. When in the past, businesses were often successful with a good engagement strategy towards travel agencies, tour operators, and tour guides, for future success with Chinese tourists, it will be necessary that they engage with the Chinese traveler directly. For this, it will need a very good understanding of the traveler journey, of traveler expectations and touch points, to attract your target group and to turn them into loyal fans of your business. So today, I want to give you some ideas for where to engage, how to meet expectations, and how to deliver experiences for today's well-informed and tech-savvy Chinese tourists. So let us first take a look at the traveler journey. Roughly, it consists of 4 steps: travel planning and booking, flight and arrival, the on-location stay, and the departure. Each of these steps bears the opportunity to engage with your Chinese traveler. The earlier, the better. The more often, the better. If you want the customer to develop a preference for your brand and to develop the wish to visit your location, your destination, your store, your museum, your attraction, and to use your services, you need to engage with him on as many points of his journey as possible. How? In the past, there haven't been many possibilities. For the number of information and media the Chinese traveler had access to was very limited. For this reason, he relied heavily on recommendations by the travel agency and especially by his tour guide. The tour guide still has, but in the past, very much had the role of a city guide, a translator, a problem solver, a personal shopping assistant, and also a brand ambassador of the brands he had collaborations with. It was very smart for businesses to have good tour guide cooperations. And since at that time there was only a small handful of Western brands with relevant awareness and trust in China, the tour guide used to have a big impact on purchasing decisions. Just think of the so-called China shops. I don't know if you might have visited one or if you know one. They are mainly owned by Chinese with very good cooperations and relationships to tour operators. And they always have parking facilities for the buses outside. And they sell everything the Chinese tour group might be searching for during their trip in Europe, and which is typical for the country. In Germany, for example, it's cuckoo clocks and remover suitcases. Nowadays, things are different. There's a huge amount of brands that is well known in China. There's a flood of information. So how exactly does your brand stick out and become traveler's choice? First of all, you need to understand that today in China, everything is mobile. According to a KPMG study from 2018, 73% of Chinese say they would rather lose the purse than the mobile phone. That is why mobile promotion channels are the most effective way to encourage Chinese tourists to travel, to shop, and to sightsee at your location. This means you clearly need to define your target audience and the media usage, and then engage and re-engage with them mobile on multiple steps of their traveler journey. You see a choice of channels for each step of the journey on the slide I'm just showing. A fairly new and very effective way to engage with your Chinese travelers while in the destination is the so-called hyperlocal mobile marketing. You define your audience, the audience you want to reach upfront, and then you deliver your message to their mobile phone while they are surfing the internet in a geofenced location around your store, restaurant, museum. And you don't do this on one specific channel, but on many. You can include a call to action and a store locator, and the Chinese tourist is directed directly to your location. Another very effective way to generate visibility for your store, your brand, your restaurant, your attraction is to get listed in the Alipay benefit platform. Alipay is one of the largest providers of mobile payment in China, and its super app includes, next to the digital wallet, chat functions and many other functions, also a platform where the Chinese tourists can browse his destination for travel and shopping recommendations, special offers, and vouchers. This is also very special because all merchants listed in this benefit platform offer Alipay mobile payments. And this means they demonstrate a good understanding of the Chinese target audience, which will already bring me to my next point: how to meet travelers' expectations. So, in the last 2 days, we've already heard a lot about expectations. The truth is, travelers' expectations in terms of experiences are often not met. Also true is that engaged and satisfied customers buy more frequently and spend more. Probably there are not many trends that demonstrate China's warp speed transition to digital better than the rise of mobile payments. In less than a decade, China's population has embraced digital payments. And by the end of 2020, it is expected that more than 90% of China's population will use their phone to pay. COVID-19 is even further fueling this development, since from a hygienic point of view, mobile payments meet the demand of a contactless and safe transaction. Therefore, it should be no surprise that also when traveling, Chinese prefer to use mobile payments. In 2019, 3.4 out of 10 payment transactions made by Chinese tourists during overseas travel were mobile payments, according to research company Nielsen. And this number would already been higher if there were more merchants, more overseas merchants who accepted Chinese mobile payments. For the acceptance outside of China is still very low, particularly in Europe. The main reason why Chinese tourists like to use mobile payments throughout their travels is the high convenience and the expectations of enjoying travel and consumption safely. So tell me, who exactly likes to carry big amount of cash when traveling abroad? In a study conducted by Nielsen in 2019, 92% of the surveyed Chinese claimed that they would use mobile payments more often and would spend more money if more overseas merchants accepted mobile payments in the future. But what exactly are we talking about when we are talking about Chinese mobile payment? There are mainly two big players here with very popular mobile wallets in China. There's Ant Financial, which belongs to the Alibaba Group with its app Alipay. Alipay is the world's largest mobile payments platform with more than 1 billion active users. And there is WeChat Pay, which is the payment product of Tencent's WeChat super app. WeChat Pay was only launched in 2016, and since then it has already increased its market share on the Chinese mobile payments market up to 40%. On our Planet channel within the BUZZ community, I have added you a short video you can look at later, which demonstrates how a mobile payment transaction can look like at a merchant, at an attraction, and what a great experience it offers to the Chinese traveler. So, to get back to the expectations of Chinese travelers, for businesses that want to be successful with Chinese customers in this century, offering Chinese mobile payments is not an option anymore, but it is a basic requirement. Which one of the payment platforms should you offer to your audience? Actually, best would be to offer both of them. If not, make sure to offer at least one of them. Not only will the acceptance of Chinese mobile payments have an impact on your sales and on your footfall, it will also help you to build a stronger emotional connection with your Chinese tourists. You can further leverage this by making full use of the promotion possibilities inside the payment apps, such as the Alipay benefit platform I've already mentioned further. But also by telling your Chinese tourists that you accept these mobile payment methods through your website, through your app, and also putting up in-store signage that lets them know that you accept those payment methods. So now we have already talked about how to best reach out to today's all-digital traveler. And I have given you an example of how to meet his expectations in terms of contactless mobile interactions. The last thing I want to highlight is how to create memorable digital experiences. And of course, there are many ways to do so. For today, I have chosen the tax refund service as an example for how to turn a boring standard service with a lot of complexity for the customer into an up-to-speed consumer experience. Has any one of you ever asked for a tax refund when traveling abroad? If yes, you know that this can be a rather laborious procedure with a lot of paperwork involved and also queuing times at airport customs and airport refund points. Yet, the majority of Chinese tourists makes use of this service since the price reduction resulting from the tax refund makes overseas shopping especially attractive for them. Recent consumer sentiment studies say that Chinese tourists claim after COVID-19, the tax-free shopping will matter even more to them. Now, I want you please to imagine this. You are a Chinese tourist and you are shopping your favorite Western brand at an overseas merchant. You have already received very good information about the product you're buying from the friendly and welcoming sales staff. Now you pay for the purchase with your mobile phone using your Alipay wallet. You ask the cashier for a tax-free form, and just in the moment that this tax-free form is issued, the tax refund is refunded into your Alipay wallet. This means you have already received your tax refund before you even leave the store. And you can spend it again either at this merchant or at any other merchant accepting Alipay payments along your further travels. Additionally, this will save you time at the airport because you will not need to queue at a tax refund point. And also, you will not receive foreign cash notes, which are of no use for you later in China. How does this sound for you? Services like this are already reality. Taking it one step further, the tax-free service can even be a 100% digital experience, making the printing of tax-free vouchers obsolete. If you want to see how this looks like, please check out our digital tax-free shopping experience in UAE. I have added you the YouTube link on the slide I've just shown, and will also add this into our Planet booth, so you can watch this at any time. Do you agree with me that this is the next generation of services that meet Chinese customers' expectations in terms of convenience and experience? I hope so. I think we have learned one thing today. In the 2020s, Chinese traveler journey is completely mobile-centric. Travel products and accommodation are booked online. Information about attractions, shopping, and local services is collected online. Dining menus are translated with mobile apps. Purchases are paid for using mobile wallets, and so on. This bears multiple opportunities for businesses to successfully engage with their Chinese audience. In addition, to provide a truly 20th century customer-centric and digital experience to our Chinese clientele that meets the highest expectations, businesses need to embrace the technology already available. If this is mobile wallet payments, digital tax refunds, or others. I'm leaving it here. I very much enjoyed talking to you today. If you want to learn more about any of the points I mentioned today and how to implement these, please feel free to reach out and to contact on the BUZZ platform and on LinkedIn. So let's get started. Thank you.
Okay, Rebekka, thank you very much for your presentation. And I think that was very impressive to see how we have been moving from filling out forms and having complicated processes into the point that you use Alipay and you get back the VAT immediately. And also for the Chinese customers, they can see prices automatically in renminbi, and they don't have to have different kinds of cash. And so all this is truly 2021 for everybody to have. So I'm sure that this is something which for everybody who tells the Chinese customers we are engaging with the Chinese market, we are trying to offer services to you. So I would say from our experience as well, if there's only one thing you can do, then this is this one, except mobile payment and VAT refunding. This is the one thing which otherwise Chinese customers just will go to your competitor next door. So as Rebekka said, there's a nice video you can see in the booth of Planet. And for now, thank you so much. And for everybody, thank you for watching. And please make sure that you join again on Thursday and Friday for the other interesting presentations we will have within the BUZZ Expo China Summit. Rebekka, thanks again. And everybody stay healthy and happy. Bye.
Thank you so much, Wolfgang. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye.